only time of the day I think that I remember to ground. Welcome to the Grove Morning Refresh. That's what we're going to do here. We're going to do what we do here. We got art, poetry, music, dancing, videos, topics, conversation, you name it. It probably happens here. Except for a bunch of trolling and drama. That only happens a little bit. All right, so what's up? I really want to take some time to try to ground in these morning streams, because the issue I'm having with now that we do the dancing and the jumping around is staying grounded and having all that energy bouncing around at the same time. It one works against the other. So I want to get good and grounded here at the beginning. We'll do some jazzercise later. Some dancercise later. I found out jazzercise is like a company or a business or something. So we do not represent them, although if they want to talk sponsorship, they could contact my people. We just dancercise here. Hopefully that's not a business either. Why don't I do a PIMS check-in? That'll be a good way to start. The physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. Physically, I'm relaxed. I'm calmly alert. I'm doing the grounding thing where I pull the energy into here. Grounding for me is like the rocking. I'm not aware of it. I don't pay attention to it. So it's hard to know when I'm grounded or not. I don't have a lot of bodily awareness. Part of it's the dissociation, but part of it is I never really did in the first place. I'm very aware of my thoughts, my feelings, which are kind of bodily. People, situations, events. I'm not very in tune with my body or what my body is doing. And I'm not very in tune with my immediate surroundings. I have very poor situational awareness. And so it's hard for me to do things related to the body when my awareness doesn't even stay there. But we'll try. So physically, I feel grounded. I'm grounding. Emotionally, I feel... How do I want to express? I'm not numb. I'm not flat. I'm definitely on. The emotional switch is on, but it's not any particular emotion. It's just activated and anticipating, I guess. The emotions are there. They're just ready to see what they need to do, what happens with them. It's like a little feeling of alertness or awakeness, but not directed at any particular thing. Mentally, I'm good. Coming on these streams, like I said, it's kind of sacred space, and I want to start trying to find ways to transition into it as its own space. So mentally, I feel like every time I turn these streams on, I enter this, I don't know, YouTube space, panel environment, whatever you want to call it. And I feel more at home. I feel more relaxed. I feel more myself. Mentally, I feel like I could think and talk more clearly. This is just my space. It's like my little oxygen bubble that I can be in and breathe. And so mentally, I'm there. I'm in that space. I can just let the thoughts flow. I don't have to sit in my room and think them to myself. I don't have to be around other people and try to clumsily articulate them, and also try to time and align them and all the stuff we talked about yesterday. Here, in my own space, I can just let them flow, and people can watch them, not watch them, respond, be silent, whatever. It doesn't change my mental, I guess, my mental um, mindset when I'm here. And spiritually, I still think things are happening. I think spirituality right now is taking the form of creativity, collaboration, connection, the healing that we're seeing in the Panelverse. I mean, if that's not spiritual in a secular world, tell me what it is. So I'm still trying to stay tapped into that. Although I feel kind of isolated because of this competition. Everybody's kind of hunkering down and focusing on their projects. And so I guess I kind of need to be doing the same thing. Um, it's not a very interactive week spiritually. It's kind of a go off and do your thing with your partner week. So I'm excited to see though what happens. We had a visit last night from, get this, the illustrious, the revered Mr. Jack Talcott, but in person, in the same studio, my old flame, if y'all remember our dysfunctional codependent relationship, Barnabas, midlife bro logic, and Talcott together in the same little panel. Moose, good morning. And by the way, Moose has his radio going. So if y'all are looking for like if y'all want to continue this vibe throughout the day or go create a new vibe or start a vibe or recharge your vibe, look for Moose Radio. There'll be people in there chatting. There'll be cool AI art playing, music, AI music. Speaking of, I generated some new Dancercise music for this morning. Oh, I guess I should drop the link. I forgot. I tell you what, let's do poetry, get that out of the way. I picked another one today by Wallace Stevens. We'll probably be doing a lot of his because he's my favorite modern poet. And if it's poetry with any kind of modern feel to it, it will most likely come from him. And by modern, I mean last century, 1900s. This is The Snowman by Wallace Stevens. One must have a mind of winter to regard the frost and the boughs of the pine trees crusted with snow, and have been cold a long time, to behold the junipers shagged with ice, the spruces rough in the distant glitter of the January sun, and not to think of any misery in the sound of the wind, in the sound of a few leaves, which is the sound of the land full of the same wind that is blowing in the same bare place, for the listener who listens in the snow, and, nothing himself, beholds the nothing that is not there and the nothing that is. There you go. There's our poetry for the day. And please feel free to bring your own. We had an amazing poetry reading the other day from one of our community members. My what? Okay, see, the Panelverse has me trained to suspect a troll. What is this? Hello. Well, if it's true, I'm very glad to hear. That's exactly what I designed this channel to do. If it's not, if it's a troll, um, good on you. It's a pretty decent one. So welcome. All right, what are we doing? Popping the link. Here we go. We may have some new music too from our resident artists, Mr. Frank and possibly Mr. Moose. Mr. Moose is from Captain Kangaroo. I just can't think of him as Mr. Moose. That was a children's show character. He was the troll. Mr. Moose was the troll. He was one of the first trolls, now that I think about it, that I got acquainted with as a kid through children's television. He would drop the ping pong balls on Mr. Moose. I mean, on Captain Kangaroo. Actually, he wouldn't drop them. He would trick the captain every time into saying something. I forgot what triggered them, but he would troll the captain into saying whatever phrase triggered the ping pong balls, and then they would drop on his head every time. He'd walk into the moose's trap every time. It was a routine, and then the moose would laugh. Actually, he'd kind of sit there. He was just a little puppet head, and he'd just stare at the captain as the ping pong balls dropped. Be like, "Yep, I got you again, bitch." Oh, wow. Well, we have a lot of artists and musicians here. We are trying to put together some kind of little open mic night, maybe weekly, maybe a couple of times a month, where musicians can come and share their work. Hey, Ricardo. Oh, let me put the link. Oh, I did. Hang on. All right. In the meantime, while we're waiting for a panel, let's see if there's any art to share. If not, we can do a little bit of jazzercise to get our day humping. Humping. It is hump day. Get our day humping, jumping, and pumping. Today we get to put a little extra something into it. Oh, Moose, I meant to ask you about this pickle thing. Did you get a sponsorship or an ad contract? And are we allowed to play it, or is it copyrighted? It's an ad for a pickle company that makes pickles, but it's produced by Moose. It's an AI ad. I was excited to see it. I thought you might be doing business now. And I know you were still working on a KFC deal for Frank. He's going to probably need that, mostly for his ego. Hello, Frequency. Good morning to you, too. Do you have any new art or songs that you want to share? It looks like nothing new from the Barnyard Duo. If y'all did not see the Russian one last night, it was a firecracker. That thing rocked. I was paddle dancing to it. There is Jitterbug Juice, which is the new Sexy Daddy bartender brand persona that Frank is rolling out in his dreams, and now kind of mine. The only thing new from Moose is this pickle commercial, which I'm hesitant to play until it gets cleared. So in that case, why don't we let the panel groove begin? Oh, you do? Okay. Well, hang on. We're going to get a new one from Frequency Forge. By the way, Moose, did you ever hear from Kane? Because I'm kind of having trouble getting in touch with my partner, too. I wonder if we both may be without partners. Which is a bummer because I really liked my idea. But yeah, Goblin, if you're out there, hit a brother up. Hit a partner up. I'm on fire with creativity. I just need to marry my vision with yours, with your talents. We're going to rock the panelverse, dude. It's heavy? What does that mean? Like it's going to get my channel shut down? Is it that found footage? I hope there's nothing copyright in it. I better play it before the Dancercise, and then we can lighten up with the new Dancercise music that I'm so proud of. Inspired by my youth. All right. Okay, we have a delivery coming in. The latest from the Frequency Forge, which I might preview it a little bit before I play it just to see. All right, let's see what this is about. Ooh, Lord. It's pretty heavy. I wonder if I could play this. Even the title. I gotta say, I like the music. It's a music video. War is a racket where killing is an art, is the title. Is this all of that found footage stuff? It's pretty edgy. I mean, it's right on brand with what we do here. I don't know if it's the type of morning vibes we're trying to set, but it's definitely the Gen X vibe that we have here. Um, I'll play it because it's art, but the vibes are heavy and gritty. It is intense. I like it. I'm intense. I like intense. Um, YouTube likes intense a little bit less than some of us. But it is art. It's a music video. I'm playing it as art. It's being presented as art. It's just music and visuals. So let's consume this together and then we will panel dance and cleanse our palate afterwards. Here is War is a Racket Where Killing is an Art. And you could take an intermission if you don't like heavy, intense things. I'm going to sit here probably glued to the screen, sipping on my coffee. Enemies fall in a river, blood and floating hard, looking at faces that are blown apart. Loaded bodies in the midnight dark. The stench is vile, dead bodies in a pile. Oh my God. Frequency, is this a window into your soul? Into your psyche? Only bullets to the head. No mercy for the dead. That's kind of cool. Did you write, these are your lyrics, or did that, is the AI writing? I love this city. Is this what y'all think societal collapse will look like? We're not anywhere close to this. Why do y'all think that we're on the edge? That's a cool one. Are they fighting with lightsabers or blowtorches? That's cool. that it? I guess so. Is that your little signature? Wow. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, we talk about the beast on here. It's I guess it's good to remember it and face it every now and then. We get all of this beautiful, inspiring, powerful art, but that's also part of humanity. Okay, well, what I'm gonna do is I think I'll panel dance first. Then I'll do an intermission. And people are welcome to come up, panel dance as well if you want, chat, have conversation, throw your vibe into the mix. Hey, I guess that's art. That's what artists do. You're exploring your medium and you're pushing the boundary, like you're finding the limits or what you can do and really what you can do with it. Not so much what you can't do with it. All right. Here is, I'm going to get up and do my thing. And feel free to get wherever you are. You don't have to come on cam, but if you want to get up and body double, get a little activity into your life. All you fat, bald slobs that sit in your basements all day, you know who you are. Everybody in the chat. Ooh, this is good. See, this is just what we need after that horror ride that we just got taken on. Yeah, I noticed that in mooses too, is sometimes the vocals don't sync up with the mouth. But I'm pretty sure all that's coming. Like the way this thing is iterating, it's gonna be no time before that's fixed. This is cool, just being able to stand here and dance and chat with people instead of sitting in a chair. Told you, we're innovating. This is Panelverse 2.0. We're not chair bound anymore. We go all over the place. We bring the world to you from everywhere and ourselves from all sides, all aspects. Sitting in chairs are for lame-o nerds now. Y'all are square, dudes. Chairs are for squares. I feel like I'm in the Soul Train line. You know, that's always been my dream, ever since I was a kid, to be in the Soul Train line one day. I get to do my little strut, my little turns, and my little robot move, and wear my outfit. I used to watch old Soul Train line videos just for like, I don't know, inspiration, self-care. So if you like that kind of stuff, it's really good. It's a really good way to recharge. All right, that was part one. There's more where that came from. All right, how's everyone doing? What do you need? I'm here to serve. This is our little morning check in, get together, see what's going on for the day, talk about all the new art that's been People are generating art like crazy. Like every single day, there's a new batch of it. Growing up, you might get a new song from your favorite artist, 2 or 3 times a year, maybe if you're lucky. Every couple of months, they might put out a new hit. Now we get 2 or 3 a day. Wow. Speaking of, let's take a look at what is going on in the real world. I did see where the shutdown looks like it's going to end. Oh, Epstein is back in the headlines. I guess they're pushing to release some emails, or some emails got released. House Democrats release new Epstein emails. Okay. Just for everyone's information, I don't care about the Epstein drama. It's internet gossip as far as I'm concerned until something official comes out of it. And so I don't really talk much about it on here. It doesn't add to my personal growth in any way. All right, so that's the news. Um, let's see, we did poetry. We did vibes, many different types of vibes. Conversation, I've kind of been having that with you guys. We dancercised. We did a little bit of poetry. What else can I do for you today to help you get your day started? Do you have problems, drama? Do you need creative feedback? Um, Personal feedback, problem solving, inspiration? We do it all here. What are our 5 pillars? Like truth, virtue, creativity, connection, and fun. Freak. Hey Moose, what's up with this pickle video? Are we allowed to play it? Did you get an ad contract? It's very different than your usual style. Hang on, I'm social media meeting. That's another thing we do here is we're very casual. We serial unitask. This is just a community hangout space where we attempt to give each other the support to help each other become better people, if I had to break it down. Either better artists, better people, better thinkers, better fathers, husbands, leaders, community members, better men, whatever better you're trying to become here. Hopefully it's not better at drama. But even if it is, I'd rather you do that here than on some other channel where you're going to do it badly. If you want to learn drama in order to put it to good use, or to do good with the knowledge, this is the place to come. It's also the drama oasis, where people come to take a break from the drama, kind of just chill out. All right, well, if there's no new art or new topics, I'm ready to dance again. Let's go into part 2. I like the light of the ceiling because it matches the light of the background, like it's bleeding over into real life. I'm just gonna imagine all of you dancing and not sitting in chairs. Can y'all imagine like everybody across the country watching the Panelverse just doing like, I don't know, a minute of dance in the morning wherever they are. Everybody could just stream their dancing. What a way to get the day started across America. You dancing? I'm dancing. When I worked at the big call center in Las Vegas, this thing was huge. Like the floor I worked on was probably the size of half a football field. And at the very end of it, every now and then I would stand up in my little cubicle. I didn't always stay sitting down. And there was this black girl at the very end. She had these long braids. And she would stand up periodically too. And so me and her kind of just became friends just because we were the two people that would stand up. And every now and then we started dancing. And we would like dance at each other across this big giant call center. And if I would be standing and she would be standing, we'd catch each other's eye. And then she'd do like that. And then I would do one back to her like that. And it just added like a little vibe to make the day go better. I loved it. I loved dancing. See, that's one of those power moves that doesn't take, it's just the tiniest little thing you could do, and it has an enormous effect on the rest of the day. That's why I don't have patience for all you whiny victim bitches that think you don't have power in situations and you're at the mercy of everything. Because I know how easy it is to find power and how small of a little fake action it takes to use. Well, I know I'm doing my part to help y'all's vibes, and I know Moose is doing his part because he has his radio going. And believe it or not, Frank is doing his part because he keeps making chicken videos. And in a way, in his very own unique way, Frequency Forge, I guess, is doing his part. So thank you for that. It's good hanging out in the morning like this and touching base. I'll be out later today at some point for another topic. It's going to be a members only stream, so I'm going to start putting those on the members tier. So those of you that want an extra layer of depth and discussion and analysis and education and topics, come to that midday stream. That's where all that's going to be. And then tonight we'll continue with our community campfire and our little creative salon that we've been doing in the evenings. People can come and show their work. We have artists stopping by to discuss their creative process. We have fans stopping by to talk with artists. It's a cool little space. No, let's see. Wilderness survival book reviews. I don't know what's out there already in this genre. I imagine there's probably a lot, maybe not book reviews specifically, but wilderness survival reviews or guides. Do you think the reviews of the books themselves would make good content, or should you just give wilderness survival tips yourself? Because that's more what people would come for. Because if you know wilderness survival, I would talk about that more, like from your own experience, than wasting it on reviewing somebody else's version of how to survive in the wilderness. If you have your own version of how to survive, do you want to share that with the world instead of just going over other people's versions? That's the only thing that it strikes in me when I think about it. That if you're good at wilderness survival, good enough to review the books, then just share your own wisdom. Like make your own version, like your own video book. And like you could probably different wildernesses have their own requirements. I can survive in a swamp, a desert, probably a forest, like a forest up here, maybe the mountains, depending. But other types of wilderness I may not do so well in. All right, well, I hate to end it just half an hour, but if there's no reason to keep it going, I don't want to take up anybody's time either. I'll be out again today anyway. Oh, and breaking news, tomorrow's my birthday. The Scorpios are still rising. And so I'm probably going to we're going to change the format tomorrow. I'll probably end up just doing an all day birthday stream. It's not going to be these mini streams. So I got to kind of prepare for that too. And birthdays are also the number one satanic holiday. In Satanism, they're the most important holiday. So it's also my satanic celebration. So maybe that being the case, I can wrap this one up early, do the topic later today, and then all the evening fun, and then do the birthday stream tomorrow. And the topic later is going to be on kind of rejection and betrayal in the Panelverse, or a sense of, well, in real life too, but we're going to apply it to the Panelverse. Like people that you feel or that you had expectations of loyalty from say or do something, or you see something on a panel and you have a sense of betrayal or broken trust. Whether that's true or not, we're just going to address the emotions themselves, what to do when those emotions hit. And because you need a certain amount of resiliency against that in the Panelverse, because those emotions are going to be common here. And so we're going to look at the particular emotions of rejection, betrayal, not belonging, feeling like you had more status with somebody and you suddenly feel like you've been demoted, that kind of stuff. And so that'll be the topic in the Forge today. And then we'll do our fun evening stuff. It's one that there's this thing called rejection sensitivity, or RSD. They even call it a disorder that shows up as sometimes an autism trait or an ADHD trait or a neurodivergence a lot. And it's an extreme sense. Like the slightest little thing can be taken as rejection. If you take half a second longer to say hi than the person thinks you should, that can be taken as rejection. And it's these intense emotions that come along with that. So some of it's built off of this concept of rejection sensitivity, but we're going to apply it to all these other emotions that are kind of adjacent to it. Because like people come here, the ones that are not coming here to troll or run games or act out their own agendas, the ones that are here to legitimately just socialize and connect with other people. We we think that's what we're doing a lot of times, and then we get thrown off when we think we're connected to somebody, but then like something makes us doubt that or question that. And so managing those emotions and staying connected, or knowing how to figure out when we're actually connected or not, is an important skill in the Panelverse. Have you had that recently? Like being mobbed? I've seen it where I've seen this the most is in the workplace where I have coworkers that gang up, and if they have a manager or two on their side, workplace mobbing is very common. But see, this stuff right here, I would say, how long have you been on the internet, dude? You should have like dealt with this the first week of the internet 10 or 20 years ago because they were doing this kind of stuff on AOL, on gay.com, on Facebook, on MySpace. So why is this a new thing? Like, why haven't you handled this by now? I know that people are going to attack. I know that people are going to ambush. I know people are going to try to take me off guard. So I come prepared for all of that, and I know how to handle it when it happens. It's like part of talking about wilderness survival. It's part of internet survival, and I've built up these internet survival skills over decades. And there's a lot of internet veterans that show up here that themselves attack and do all this stuff that don't seem to know how to manage this. And I, I don't know why, because it seems like they would have that skill built up by now. Oh yeah, for others. Well, yeah, I guess that's kind of why I'm trying to explore it because in order to figure out how to help them, I have to understand why there's this sensitivity in the first place. So maybe that's the topic today. It's going to be this sensitivity to negative feelings of any type, whether it's betrayal, broken trust, loss of status, being attacked, ambushed, being targeted. Because there are bullies. This panelverse is full of bullies. And they will target you for no reason whatsoever, but you've come on their radar for some reason as an easy mark. So if you don't show up in this place ready to fight, ready to be targeted, ready to be attacked, ready to be betrayed, all of that stuff, and know what to do when all that happens, you're going to have a steep learning curve. I just remember all this from the AOL days because the chat room I hung out in that was mostly my main home, which was the philosophy room, which was anything but. Um, it was like the Panelverse. It was there was so much chaos and drama and people like intertwined with each other and all these storylines and people meeting offline and having drama and taking it online. It was just crazy, and it went on for years. And they did all this little stuff. In fact, I remember one time it got so crazy that everybody was fighting with everybody. Every single person in the chat room was just like going at everybody else, former friends and everything. And I had a lady in there. She was similar to me, and we had a good vibe. And I remember saying to her that day in the chat publicly, I said, "Let's make a pact right now that we're gonna stay friends and not let this happen to us." And she said, "It's a deal." And we were like two of the people that were able to ride out all of this Panelverse drama and not break our connection because we intentionally made a decision in that moment. That's one of those little power moves. It took the smallest of decision in the tiniest amount of time, and it had one of the biggest effects on my AOL experience of anything I've done is making like solidifying some stability with this other chat person. And we stayed true and strong to each other the whole time. That's another thing you could do, Fatty, is build up enough trust with one or two people that you have a very strong, stable core connection to get you through. That's how I survived Vegas with Mike, because Vegas is very much like the Panelverse. It's chaotic. There's a lot of backstabbing and flipping of alliances and fake drama over nothing and things going up in flames every second. And Mike and I had developed so much trust together because we had been through a lot of the battles with each other and we had each other's back. So we developed this like survivor's bond. And our trust was so strong that we were able to ride out all the Vegas drama because we had each other to turn to and we knew we could rely on and we could believe we didn't have to worry about them switching or turning or backstabbing. And that was valuable. That was like gold in a town like Vegas. And people were always trying to tear us apart. They were constantly having these little plots to like come between us or try to break us up because they could see the advantage that that bond gave us. So that's another way to survive the panelverse. Like make a really authentic bond with the people that you can and stabilize it. So there you go. That'll be a little teaser for today's topic. We leave ourselves vulnerable. Yeah. So like I think like a little panelverse 101. If you're new to the panelverse, if you've never been here before, this is the basic things you need to know about this environment, and these are the basic skills you need, like your little survival kit, if you're gonna like try to make this your home or hang out here any length of time. And so, but also, I also feel like newcomers kind of have to learn on their own, like the rest of us. There's an initiation element to it, and you either sink or swim. But if you did want to do some kind of little intro to the panelverse, that's a way that I would do it. Basic knowledge, basic skills, basic competencies. Right. That's what we're going to talk about today, because those emotions are triggers, like all the other emotions that we talk about. And it's what to do when those emotions get tripped. Like it's like a circuit. Like growing up, sometimes if you plug too many things in, it would trip the circuit and the lights would go out, and then you have to go figure out which thing to flip back to get them to turn. It's like that, the circuit breaker thing. When it gets flipped, how do you get back to your baseline? And it's not a instant process. Sometimes it's days, weeks. So it takes a lot of patience. But just knowing that it is a process and it can happen. There is an end to it. And the end could be, if you work with it right, the resolution of that emotion. So don't feel, as extreme as they seem in the moment, don't feel stuck in them. They're probably most likely temporary. And there's a lot of information in them you can learn from. Out. So this might be a good time to. How about one more panel dance, and then we can wrap it up, unless somebody else has some new art. Fatty, did you get in touch with Flo? Do we have a project to look forward to? And Moose, did you get in touch with your guy? We may have to end up dropping some people out or rematching some people if the collaborators are non-responsive. Because part of putting your name in was committing to seeing the thing through and working with the partner. So don't puss out on us, people. We're trying to give the panelverse a better name. Show what we're capable of. That we're not a bunch of bumblefucks that can't get anything done. All right. Oh, what were we doing? Panel dancing? All right. And then I'll end it. Let's see. This seems to be a classic. We'll stick with this one. This is my brown chicken, brown cow music. That's the chicken and cow y'all probably don't want to see. Whatever you do. Well, Fatty, I don't like to help my competition out, but I'm going to help you guys out with this one. I'm going to tell you two things. Use that. If that's where the heat is, do something with that drama. Turn it into a project. Be creative with it. And elevate it. Turn drama into gold. Do some alchemy on it. Also, you and Flo have similar sensibilities. Flo's thing is kind of very raw and raunchy, and he's willing to go all kind of places that most normal civilized people would not go. You're a multiplier for that. So if the two of you get together and tap into that and do something with this drama, y'all gonna blow this panelverse into space. There you go. Well, this is definitely getting my day going. This is exactly the kind of day I'm looking to have. Oh yeah, Ricardo, that would be great. I'm looking for more poetry and poetry reading. It doesn't even have to be your own work, as long as it's out of the public domain, and there's plenty of the older poetry that is. Fruity pebbles into my frosted flakes. No, but it might make you gay. That's it. All right. I guess that's it. The cherry soda popped. All right. Well, if nobody has anything else, you know what? I'll go for 8 more minutes. We'll make it an hour. That's my target goal anyway for these little smaller streams. And then we'll talk about the emotional reactions today on the midday stream and do the art and conversation tonight. So I hope everybody's hump day is humpable. I hope you get over it. I hope you make it through. And join us tomorrow for all day birthday stream. Scorpio rises. Flies like an eagle. All right, well, I need something on. Come on. I'm just writing out the clock at this point. Maybe I should just end it. Let's see if there's anything else to share with you guys. Fatty, do you have any? You do AI art. Do you have anything on your channel I could show off? Let's take a look. If Dr. Dre met... See, some of your stuff, though, borders on copyright. What about this shroom thing? What is that? The most transparent... Jesus is pissed. What kind of stuff do you do? Oh, wow. What's the copyright rules on that kind of stuff? Probably a no-no, huh? Do you have an original piece of your work you could recommend that I could play? They're all so weird, I wouldn't know where to start. But is it copyrightable, even if it hasn't had a claim? Could it potentially get a claim? Because I tend to always get them, even if the original channels don't. Because it runs it through the algorithm again. Well, I guess thank everybody that participated today. Thank you, Frequency Forge, for sharing your video. Thank you, Suno AI, for the Dancercise music. Thank you, chat. Thank you, Fatty. Ricardo, good to see you. Moose, Action Slacks, Helena, all of you. Thank you, guys. You're the ones that keep this going. So, oh, are you saying that when the AI combs for copyright, they don't pay attention to the lyrics? It's just the if the music matches up. Hey, Joey, what's up? Hey, let me know when you want me to drop by. I owe you a visit. We were gonna do a debate. It's better if we pick a time and schedule it so I'll know to be there. I tried to drop by the other day, but there was a bunch of drunk people talking about really criminal level accusations against each other, and like it's not the kind of drama I want to be involved in. Sometimes they do. I was really into lyrics growing up, and then I discovered Cocteau Twins, and it that was a real challenge. It stumped me because I couldn't understand what the hell she was saying, and it frustrated me because they sounded brilliant in places, but I couldn't figure out what they were, and it was like a tease. And so I stopped listening to it, but the music was so pretty, like her singing and everything. So eventually I just gave in. I submitted, and I became a huge Cocteau Twins fan. And I'm so glad I did because I would have missed out on all that beauty. But I had to learn to listen to music with lyrics that I could not understand. I had to live with not no like not the lyrics. The lyrics were not the entry into their music. It was the voice and the music, the guitar, and the effects, the ambience. And so that's what transitioned me from being a strictly lyrics person to being able to appreciate music and voice, even if the lyrics are not there. Oh, let's see. Is this on your channel? Hang on. Let me drop it. This is cool. Moose has something like that going too with the lounge. Why can't I ever find your channel? Have you seen? No. What? No, I have not. And what about the pickle thing? Are we allowed to play that? It looked like it was like it was an ad for something. I didn't want to play it if it was copyrighted. All right, and Frequency Forge is starting a playlist on his channel of AI art. So if you want yours added, here's his channel. Contact him. It's at the Frequency Forge. All right, here is Frequency's channel, and oh, I can play the pickle. And then do you have a new one, the Pimp My Ride thing? Did you release that one? I'm so excited. It's like what this is as close to heaven as I have ever been. When you get to wake up every day and there's new art waiting for you. That's never happened in my life. All right, let's see. This is an ad that Moose did for a pickle company. This is an actual product. So Moose did an AI video. Oh, you can add it yourself to your playlist on your channel? Okay. Well, there you go. There's a place that you can post your work now. Thanks, Frequency. Is Freak okay? I like Freak. All right, let's look at the pickle. Dick's Picks. How cute. This song's not copyrighted?
You open up the fridge, you're looking for a snack. You want a pickle that'll bite you back.
No way.
Not some wimpy, soggy, sad excuse. You need a pickle with some power, with some juice. My buddy's dad, his name was Dick. He knew the secret, he knew the trick. He passed it down the family plan. Now his son's the world's best pickle man. Oh, you gotta get your hands on Dick's picks. They're the pickles that his daddy taught him how to mix. From the garlic dill to the spicy hot, they're the best darn pickle that you ever got. So grab a jar and twist it.
Man, if this doesn't move
You'll be
the
so
dick
glad
pic.
that you did. Yeah, everybody clicks with Dick's picks.
I want a dick pic right now.
He takes a cucumber crisp and green, turns it into the crunchiest scene with vinegar and salt.
Oh, I just get it. He's taking
Daddy's
pics.
recipe so nice. They're on your burger on the side of your plate, or straight from the jar, man, they taste great. Don't wait around, don't be a fool. Grab the pickle that's refreshing.
Look at that, the moose.
Oh, hello there.
This is like your first ad thing. Moose, dude, you were going so many places. Take Frank with you. Can I play the Pimp My Ride thing? Y'all, we have an exclusive. Oh wait, I think we did see this one. Yeah. It was good though. Can I play it again? Moose premiered this one the other day, but I think it's worth seeing again. Why don't we? We can end on it. I'll play it, I'll drop, and then I'll come back and wrap the stream up. Here is They Pimped My Ride, an ode to the Panelverse. Here you go.
The real plates. Let's go! Yeah, foot on the gas, I'm a ghost in the system. Got a 98 Civic and the cops, man, we missed them. License, that's a funny ass joke. My last one got suspended, I was broke. No plates on the back, I'm a goddamn man. And I'm gonna drive on the land. The hype man, we ain't even got insurance or anything. Rolling through the city and we're blowing the reds. This whole damn town thinks we're the Walking Dead. Then I see the flashing rearview mirror. Oh shit, man, pull over right here. The lights are flashing blue, it's the 5-0, man. This was not a part of the goddamn plan. Oh, the lights are flashing blue and red. A walk of shame is just ahead. He's got the clipboard, it's R.I.P. the ride. We got nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. They're calling in the tow truck, this is the end. We're walking home tonight, my friend. No place, no card, no alibi.
Wow, wow, wow. Yep. Yep, yep. All right. Moose, you knocked another one out. Thank y'all for bringing the vibes, everybody. I bring the container and open the space, and you fill it with all of your creativity, love, hope, fears, talent, dark side, sometimes your beast, everything that makes us human. Thank you guys. And I'll be out later today talking about emotional sensitivity and emotional reactions. Yep, but thank you, Moose. All right, let's end on some